Good morning and welcome again to Brackenfell High School. It's our third game of the morning here from the Brackenfell Sports Day. We've got Laburi from Paul playing against Strand. And with me here is Johan.
Hi and welcome. It's been a fantastic day of rugby so far. Sun's coming out now, we're getting a bit warmer. Slight breeze, or actually more than a bit of a slight breeze, quite a strong wind heading across the pitch from the right side of your screen to the left. For this third game of the tournament, we have Strand facing off Laburi. Strand in the green and maroon shoulder jersey, and Laburi coming onto the field in the blue jerseys. We expect a big clash today. It's going to be very physical, very confrontational, but a fantastic day for rugby indeed. Mostly the preseason games for most of the teams here today, getting their tune-ups in before the regular season. Shaw, what do you think we can expect today?
Yeah, I think we should expect quite a nice game here. And Strand is obviously in the Premier B League in the Western Cape. I mean, they always competitive side. I mean, they play against sides like Bishops and Stellenberg and Brackenfell every season. So I mean, they're used to playing against good competition, and Laburi from Paul, I mean, regular competitors in the Boland League. So yeah, I mean, I think we should have a good clash here today.
And that was your Laburi starting 15 there. We can see them getting ready. And here's the Strand 15. We have Creel, Swat and Venter in the tight three with our lock combo, Mostert and Brain. Our loose trio of Engelbrecht, Carpenter and Viljoen, with our halfback Brown, and our back line fly half is Stewart. Our two wings for today are Brighton and Barnard, with our center pairing of Moremi and Davids, and fullback for Strand, Ethan Beckett. Here we are about to go with kickoff. Laburi playing from right to left with a restart from Murray.
It looks like there was a difficult gathering the ball there by Strand, but Brown able to clear from the back of the ruck there. Nice ball being set up there by Strand. Brown again digging for the ball. See they're playing the ball down the back line. Unfortunately a knock on, but nicely gathered there by Wonderlik from Laburi, but the referee calls them back. It's going to be scrum down for Laburi. Wonderful attacking opportunity. Let's see this first scrum here. Let's see who's got the ascendancy in the scrums here. Laburi will be keen to use this nice attacking platform. Scrum off Souls will be feeding the scrum here. Looks like there was a tight head there by Strand, and Brown able to clear, finds the fly off Stewart. He sent it down the back line. Nice run there on the left hand side by Britton, beats one or two defenders. Ball being set up again. Brown able to clear again to his fly off. Nice run there by the loose forward Carpenter. Stewart again playing off one of his loose forwards, this time the number 8 Viljoen. This time Brown having a run just next to the ruck there, but being brought down. But the referee calls them back. Looks like there was quite sure what he's indicating the penalty for. Says the players are not rolling away, and Strand will have an opportunity to the fly of Stewart to knock it into the corner.
Strand showing some early promise here. Some decent attack with ball in hand, showing the ability to carry and take the ball up into the opposition territory. Hopefully they can use the set piece here to their advantage. Our throws today have been having a bit of struggle with the wind. Perhaps they'll go for a short ball in front. Looks like they're going to walk in on a 5-man. Hopefully they can retain possession and carry on the attack.
And Swart feeds, and Mostert collects it quite nicely. Not the best pass that Stewart will receive today, but he managed to gather it. Inside centre, Moremi managed to collect it. Brown again to the blind side. Swart again, the hooker, with a nice run there. Brown again clearing the ball, this time to his open sider. Engelbrecht makes a nice run there, but looks like it was taken a little bit high there. Brown again clearing to Stewart, trying to beat his defender. Oh, big run there by the Carpenter, the number 7 flanker. But the referee calls him back again for the high hit. And let's see what Strand's going to do here. Looks like they've decided to. So a little bit of a discussion there between Stewart and Carpenter, but Stewart decided to kick the touch and safely finds it.
So Charles, how do you think the win today is going to affect a lot of the team's decisions? We're talking taking the 3 points on the field, kicking for touch, hookers throwing in. Do you think that's going to affect the type of decisions they're making on penalties?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the time I think they'll be looking to go to touch, although then it's also difficult with the line-out throw in this wind, so maybe even a few tap and goes will be seen. Carpenter manages to collect the ball at the back of the line out there, makes a few meters. See Brown sets up again his fly off Stewart. Moremi with a nice outside run out to his fullback number 15, and Beckett is over for the score. Beautiful try there by Strand. Nice move there by the back line from the boys from Strand.
Yeah, lovely work there, Charles, indeed. Strand being able to have the forwards in the middle, bring the ball out the back and use the space on the outside channel. Done very well there from Willemse from Strand. Congrats to him getting the first score in the game. Strand will be elated with some points on the board with a conversion in hand. Bit of a difficult kick on the touchline here. Stewart's going to probably look to try and get the extra points after the conversion, but might have some difficulty with the wind.
Of course, as we see here, the wind's probably blowing straight into his face here. So yeah, let's see if he's able to convert this try.
Stewart's unfortunately there hooking the ball to the left. Partly the wind playing a role in that missed conversion attempt. Laborie are going to look to come back now. They haven't been in the opposition half yet. They want to get some possession and territory and going forward ball, perhaps build some momentum to start an attack. Will they be able to come back? They're going to try and look to get some points on the board here against what's looking like a promising Strand squad.
Yeah, so let's see if Fly Off Murray can have a nice hang kick here to give his forwards opportunity to win the ball. Oh, unfortunately the Strand player knocks the ball on there. Out the ball going 10 meters, so that's a bit of a silly error. Souls clears there. And again up to Murray, who makes a big dummy and it's brought down. Souls again playing his one of his big forwards, the ball going loose there, but the referee called him back. So this Strand number 8 Phil Yun was offside there, and Laborie will have opportunity to kick the touch with Murray lining up the kick. Very good touch finder into the wind. Looks like Murray's got quite a good left boot on him.
Laborie lining up a line out here in opposition 22. Looks like they might make use of a 6+1, leaving a forward in the back. Going in the front, don't want to risk it with the wind. Unfortunately, a skew throw there. It's going to forfeit possession to Strand. Strand are most likely going to look to exit here, play rugby in Laborie's half.
It's an unfortunate mistake there from Laborie. We haven't really seen them play with the ball. Yeah, let's see what Strand can do here with the line-out feed just inside the 22. It's Brown to feed the scrum here. Stewart doing the run around there, and Beckett trying to clear the ball. Not the ball bouncing around a bit. Souls playing to the blind side to Murray. Oh, the big hit there by Britton on his opposition.
Yeah, Britton covering well there to give that Laborie attacker no space there on the outside. Using the touchline well to ensure that the Laborie isn't getting passed on the outside channel. So good work there on defense. Nice shift and well communicated. Strand with ball here. Hopefully they can win their set piece.
So Swart again in the line out, looking to feed. Looks like Carpenter at the back collecting nicely. Let's see what Stewart does. Puts the ball down, and quite a nice kick, and he's made lots of meters for his side there. Beautiful kick there by Stewart. Bring the ball down 10 meters outside the Laborie 22. Nice use of the wind there.
Yeah, very, very well used there. He looked up, saw there was space at the back. He knew his boots, he knew where he could put it. He did so very nicely to put his side into the opposition half. Laborie with ball in hand here at the feet at the line out. Lineouts have been an area of worry today for a lot of squads. With the strong wind coming across the park, it's going to push the ball skew. Unfortunately, they Strand get the ball. That's unlucky for Laborie. We've got a big run here. Great move from the unit. Ball sticks to hand somehow. Nice forward carry and good momentum into the 22. Penalty to Laborie. It's a good turnover for not holding, not releasing. Great work there from the Laborie loose forwards there. Regained possession in their own 22.
If you look on the replay here, it's a beautiful run by Carpenter. Nice offload there. Goes to hand to the hooker Swart, who unfortunately concedes the penalty and gives Laborie the opportunity to clear the lines.
If you've just joined us, welcome to the live stream of Brackenfell Sport Day. We have Laborie playing from right to left in the blue and Strand in the green and maroon jerseys from left to right. Laborie leads at 5-love to Strand. It's been a great day of rugby. Lots of teams involved. And we have a great game on the go here, so stick with us as we cover the game.
Van Wyk again struggles to the line out, and Carpenter again collects the ball straight from the Laborie throw in. See Viljoen lining up the pick and go there, making a nice couple of meters there along the blind side. But it looks like there's a bit of a turnover there for Laborie, but unfortunately the ball goes into touch, and we'll reset again with a line out on the 22.
That was nice quick thinking there from scrummer from Laborie, Gareth Souls. Good mindset there to pick and go on the outside. Unfortunately just getting tackled and losing the ball there and giving away possession. Strandy on the 22, they're going to want to build some momentum here and go forward and hopefully score some points.
A nice feed there by Swart to Mostert. Oh, but unfortunately some miscommunication there, and Engelbrecht knocks the ball on, but the big front rower Rowith from Laborie manages to take it up a few meters. Souls back to Marais. The trusty left boot of his kicks it downfield, but Beckett's got the ball. Over to Davids here. Manages a nice offload in the tackle to Muremi. Brings it back inside. Beats one or two defenders. Brought down to ground. But well played here by Van Staden from Laborie in over the ball. And manages to win the penalty for his side.
That's great from Van Staden. He saw no one was home at the breakdown. Had the open space and the opportunity and went straight for it. Didn't hold back. Committed, which is so vital in the breakdown. And wins his team possession. Looks like the kick unfortunately not out with Beckett on the ball. He's running it up. Big pass from Beckett. Looks like Strand are going to try and go up the park here. Not kicking it, keeping the ball in hand. Nice running rugby here. Ball sticking to the passes. Huge hit there from Laborie. Ball still going with Strand. It's a nice counter attack. Playing advantage to Strand.
Looks like there's still advantage being played, but managed to bring the ball back. Carpenter again taking the ball up. He's been a lively player, the loose forward for Strand this morning. Brown again setting the ball up to Stewart. On the outside we've got Davids here, and the right winger Barnard. He's getting this clean space where he bring back inside, but unfortunately he finds one of the Laborie players. Scrum off Souls with nice cross-cover defence there. But Laborie deep inside their own 22 here. Will they look to clear the lines? Is that the big lucid prop Victor that's taking the ball up? Labrie really trying to run the ball out of their own 22. It's very dangerous play. Camp probably just 10 meters out of the line. Nice break there by Souls, the scrum off there. Makes a nice couple of meters. But the referee calls him back for offside, and Labrie will have the opportunity to clear the lines.
Saul being pivotal there for Labrie, doing a wonderful cross-cover sweep there, reading the play in advance and getting himself into position to win the ball back for his team. Labrie clearing the lines just outside of the 22. I'm sure that they're going to want to get a bit further than that. Win making a bit difficult at the moment. Labrie with ball in hand at the line out.
Now from Wyk will looking to secure the ball. They've struggled in the line out to date, Labrie. Let's see if they can win this ball. But unfortunately again, but the referee wants them to retake the line out. I don't think he was happy with the spacing there. Giving a bit of a talk to the lucid prop Victor there from Labrie. Throw in and finally well secured there by Labrie. Murray getting the ball, putting it up to his inside centre, who dabs the ball ahead, and it's Beckett again that's collecting the ball. And unfortunate knock on there by the number 8 for Yun.
Herbert carrying the ball up there nicely for Labrie. They've got secured ball at the breakdown. Ball out from Saws to a nice crashing ball heading back into the mainstream traffic. Here's that big number 3. He's a huge unit. Stefan Roworth. Can tell you now it's a challenge to bring that big man down. Ball out there from Murray onto Paul. Penalty awarded to Labrie. Offside. Strand will be disappointed. They're defending well there. Got into the face of Labrie, but unfortunately a little too eager there on the defensive line.
Yeah, Labrie starting to put the ball through some phases. Some good attacking play. But yet again the kick is not to touch. This Engelbrecht, the winger from Strand here, taking the ball up nicely. And here number 8 for Yun makes another couple of meters. Brown clearing it out to his fly of Stewart. He finds Lucas Swart there. But unfortunately there's a knock on, and we'll have to go down for the scrum in midfield.
Yeah, Charles Mostert will be slightly disappointed to himself. He'll look to his teammates to pick him up after that. We'll brush it off. There's still plenty of game left to fix up for that one. Some nice carrying from Labrie. Unfortunately, not being able to string together a couple phases. Missing touch twice. They're going to look to fix those errors. Perhaps Coachy will mention it at half time.
Just one of those things where you asked me about the influence of the wind. I mean, definitely kicking straight to the touch where the wind's blowing from is maybe not always the best decision. But yeah, let's see what Labrie can do here from the set scrum.
So nice opportunity here for Labrie. Middle scrum, middle of the field. Got options on both sides. Saul can go either way he wants. Strand set up square. We've got 8 to 9 to Saul. Saul's got a show and go. He's got some space on the outside. Brighton with the intercept. He's got plenty space, plenty room. Is he going to go? Great tackle from Labrie. Prinsloo there on the cover. Makes a huge hit. Still a fantastic run from Brighton. Unfortunately was stopped just on the 22. Man is dangerous in space. Did well for his team. They got up the park nicely. But Labrie having a good cover there and making the tackle, ending the attack. Their line out. Looks like they've retained possession there, hopefully.
No, look like Strand again. Carpenter that collected the ball now in the line out there. Lucid burrows a couple of meters there. Stewart again receiving a ball low down by his knees. Moremi being able to find Davids, who's been a dangerous player. Offloads it nicely to Barnard on the inside to Beckett. Back inside to Moremi. And back to his lock, De Bruin, who offloads it to Davids. Beautiful interchange play here by the Strand boys. Only a couple of meters out. Brown out wide to the Lucas Swart there, that looks to be going quite about 10 meters out there. Brown again going to the blind side. Mostert to Stewart, and unfortunately looks like there's a knock on in the corner there. But that was some nice play there by the boys from Strand.
Yes, Charles, lovely play there. It's always good to see school sides that are not afraid to take it wide. A lot of our schoolboys these days want to bash it up front, and it's rewarding to bash it up and then take it wide, suck in some defenders, open up some space on the outside and go for it. So nice confidence there from the Strand. It's a tricky day to take it wide with the wind, but they've done so very well there, just unfortunately losing it there at the end. Set piece here for Laborie in their own 22. They're most likely going to look to exit from here. Will be interesting to see how they use their wind to their advantage or disadvantage.
Nice feed there by Sols. Bit of an untidy scrum, but he managed to clear it to Murray, who puts it on the boot, and quite a nice touch finder under pressure, and quickly taken by the left winger. Beckett's got the ball now, beats his first defender, off to Barnard, and then Davids offloads to Moremi. Well brought down there by his opposition number. Let's see if they can clear the ball here. Stewart's digging in here to scrum off position. Davids, number 13, through a half gap, beats one more. And a nice offload there to Mostert, who's still not brought down, still trying to carry on. Brown's digging for the ball, plays on the same side. Stewart, nice angled run there by De Bruin. Off to the number 8 for Yoon, and he barges over there for the 5-pointer. Beautiful try there from the boys from Strand.
Strand did well there to keep the momentum. They've kept ball in hand, looked after it well, moved it down the line, and eventually was to the big man, Henko Viljoen, to get over for his side. Well done to him. Strand are ahead 10-love and still have a possible 2 points up for conversion. It's tricky in the wind today. Maybe they'll be able to get it, but very good play from Strand. They're looking lethal with ball in hand, so well done to them.
They got the score wrong. It should be 10-0 to Strand. The score is wrong. It should be 10-0 to Strand. Yeah, so you see the kick being lined up here, and he's straight into the wind, or crosswind actually, and unfortunately it's pushed wide. So the score stays at 10-0 to the men from Strand. Probably a few minutes left in this first half. If you look at the replay here, nice play there by De Bruin, offloading to Mostert, who barges over there for the 5-pointer.
Wind's howling through here at the moment here in Brackenfell High School. Seeing a bit of clouds roll through, possibly maybe a bit of rain later. Be interesting to see how the weather develops through the day. Looks like wind will be the main factor affecting a lot of what the teams are up to. Here's a restart from Murray. Strand's collected it well.
Yeah, let's see what Strand can do here. To the lively number 6 Engelbrecht there that takes the ball up, but unfortunately knocks it on, and Laborie will have an opportunity with a scrum feed here, halfway between the 22 and the 10 meters line on the Strand side of the field.
So at the moment it looks like Strand's loose trio has been extremely dominant. They're carrying the ball well, they're passing, they're scoring points. What do you think makes a good loose trio, Charles?
Yeah, so there's nice balance in there. See, they've got Engelbrecht, who's the guy who plays directly to the ball, low to the ground, and both Carpenter and Viljoen looks to be nice ball carriers. So definitely well balanced loose trio for Strand. So chip through by Paul, the number 12, but unfortunately it goes straight to Beckett, who struggles to collect the ball. Tap through, but unfortunately for Laborie, not able to fall on the ball. Again, that man Carpenter is able to get there and make sure that there's no try there for Laborie. So there Beckett struggling to get to the ball. Paul jumping up, but fortunately the blindsider able to fall on the ball there, and secure the ball, and Strand will be able to clear here from the 22. Deep kickoff here. Willems to the fullback here from Laborie with a nice run. beating quite a few players. Beautiful run on the inside. He couldn't find Saul, but the referee called it as not a forward pass, and 5 pointers under the post for Labourie, and they're right back into this match.
Wonderful pass there. Wynn maybe carried the ball a bit forward there. It's unfortunate he didn't find him first, but a wonderful run from Willemse. Looked like he was going to pass, drew a couple defenders out and ghosted through the gap right through, and thankfully there was support to his right in the name of Gareth Souls. He's been doing fantastic so far. He's been giving good service to his back line. He's communicated well, and it's fantastic running support. There we see the coach of Labourie just handing over some communication to Keenan Paul, possibly just to change some strategy.
And the conversion as well by Marais adds 2 points, and the score goes up to 10 points to 7 for Strand. And
Strand looking to get back, and here's your replay. Looked like it might have gone forward, but the referee's happy with it. Nice score there from Souls. A little swan dive there to finish it off.
Always good to get a style point for scoring the try. Kick off by Stewart, collected by the big loose head prop Victor. Souls there to clear the line, and the hooker van Wyk there taking the ball up. Souls again able to find Marais. But unfortunately the ball gets knocked on in the tackle. The referee will call them back for that, and now they're set down for the scrum again.
It's a nice rush there from left winger from Strand, Javon Britton. Did very well there to come up, put pressure on Labourie and make the tackle, causing them the ball to be spilled. So well done to him for realizing that there's time to come up, rush the line a bit, which can be dangerous, but it's worked out in his favor this time. Labourie with the scrum just inside of their own 10-meter line, looking to take the ball up.
Referee having a word there with Tatet Venter there. Now the ball unfortunately coming out the mouth of the scrum there, and they'll have to back down again.
Both sides displaying beautiful ball carrying, the ability to take it up the park, to smash it up front, pass it around. It's looking promising. Handling errors is normal. We're still in pre-season here. And Souls is happy to boot it out and take the half time. His side's done well in the first half. They're going to look to score a few more points in the second. Charles, if you were coachy for Labourie, what would you be saying at half time?
I'm just trying to get them to keep hold of position, probably trying to use some of their backs a little bit more, like guys like Willemse and Paul look quite dangerous when they had the ball in hand. And yeah, just keep going through the phases, and I'm sure they'll be able to take the victory in this one.
Definitely, I think Willemse showed lovely promise. It's a pity he's only carried once. Hopefully we'll see more from him in the second half.
Welcome back here to the second half of the clash between Lubbery and Strand. Yeah, close match here, score 10.7 in the favour of the boys from Strand at the moment, but let's see what's going to happen here in the second half, Johan.
Yeah, it's going to be a tight contest. It's not a big difference in scores here. Both packs showing the ability to move up and around the field. Some big forwards on either side. Strand's loose trio showing a lot of promise, and Lubbery's tight three being strong. So we have Stuart here with the restart for Strand. If you've just joined us, we have Strand playing from right to left in the green and maroon, and we have Lubbery playing from your left to the right. And there's that big Lubbery tight head, Stefan Roth taking the ball up. We have a lovely game on the go, so don't go anywhere. This is going to be a cracker. We've got a big boot there coming off from Array. Luckily, Barnard is there to field it and hits it out wide to Beckett. Nice big space there from substitution for Mielen. He must be on the field now. He had a good run up there. Ball's out from Karlse. Strand showing some promise here with ball in hand. There's some more space. Looks like there's plenty of opportunity out wide for Strand.
Stewart again getting the ball up to Mostert there, making a good couple of meters. Oh, unfortunately knocked on there by Engelbrecht. And again a promising move comes to an end for Strand. Looks like there are a couple of replacements on as well here. See number 22 for Mielen. On the right wing in the place of Barnard. See some of the crowd as well enjoying the game, supporting the Vikings from Lubbery, as they're called. Definitely the tighted prop Stefan Rowe definitely looks like one of those Vikings.
Definitely so. He's a large man, carries the ball well. I would be afraid to tackle him any day of the week. Nice little chippy there, some space. Oh, unfortunately slipping there is Vermeulen.
Yeah, and then also a knock on there by Beckett. In a little bit of a wobbly kick from Fly Off Marais actually gets rewarded there with the scrum.
Winds coming through strong here at Brackenfell High School. Looks like it might pick up as the day moves on.
It almost seems a bit like it's circling around. I mean, it's difficult to see whether it's just coming in one direction. Yeah, so definitely making it very difficult to play.
And there we see Stefan Roth going down. Might have hurt himself in the last play. I'm sure he'll get some attention there. I'm sure Lubbery will want to keep him on, as he's very useful in the ball carrying department. So Charles, how important do you think these games are for these sides now that they're in pre-season leading up to the regular season?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure this is very important. I mean, in the previous game it was quite nice to see the coaches giving the full bench a decent run, not just like the last couple of minutes. So really testing out their squad. So I mean, I think that's very important, and it's almost the most you can get out of this game. Although it's probably counts as a full game, and in the season it'll be counted as a loss if you lose the game. I think you'll probably get more value in kind of getting your extended squad a run and seeing what they can do in a situation like this. So of course the commentary being brought to us by Halfway Forward in Kuilsriver. So thank you to them for allowing us to be here today and doing the stream via School Sports Live. Feels like an age that we've been trying to get the scrum going. The referee's called over the linesman there, probably asking for some assistance to keep an eye on the other side of the scrum.
That 12 and 13 combo there on screen. Moremi and Davids being lethal, taking the ball up well. Moremi being useful in finding a space and getting his hands through a tackle and getting the offload to Davids, giving him the space to explode through. So they're definitely a centre combo to watch out for the regular season. they'll be looking to improve that and build up the chemistry between them.
Oh, tight set there by the boys from Strand. Yes, Stewart taking the ball up. Beautiful inside ball to Carlse, the number 20. Through a couple of tackles, Stewart reclaims the ball. Being brought down there. See Moremi clearing the ball out. The big lock, the brain carrying it up. Carlse clearing the ball, not the best pass, unfortunately a knock on and a player in the offside position. The number 19 Zyman collects the ball there. Just come on for the injured Engelbrecht, and Labourie will be able to clear the lines here.
Seeing a lot of passes today from the breakdown and the set pieces coming very low. Do you think that's a result of the wind, or do you think Scrum still just need a little bit more time to get into the accurate passing?
Yeah, I think it's also something that the coaches need to be telling the boys. Like in a windy day like this, you must stay much closer, stand much closer to each other. And again, a kick that doesn't go to touch, and Vermeulen that collects it, and the big Venter carries the ball up there. Karel said to clear from the base. Mostert carrying it up. Rowith again making a big hit there. He's really moved his body around quite well for a big tighted prop. Stewart out to Davids, to Moremi, who finds the left winger Britain, and looks like he's going to be over in the corner. Beautiful try again by Strand. It's a second try for the left winger.
Well played there, through the hands of that centre combination we spoke of earlier. Finding the space, drawing the defenders in, and just creating that pocket on the outside for Britain just to run through, making his job a little bit easier. Still had plenty of work to do. Showed some hot feet, got through the gap, and gets his second try for the game. So well done to the back line there. Forwards created the ball, sucked in some defenders, and Strand just letting their hands do the work, let the ball move through, and beating defenders on the outside.
I really like the look of this number 13 David. He's made a nice couple of runs and distributed the ball quite well. Really put his outside backs into good positions today.
Indeed so. He's done very well to create space, draw in defenders and play it out wide. Makes everyone else's life a lot easier. Kick unfortunately there, just drifting to the right. Becker doesn't seem too worried. There's a windy day after all.
That's almost one of those days where you score in the corner. It's almost just a 5 point. You almost don't need to bother with the conversion.
Yeah, today the conversions are going to be very, very difficult. Labourie with the restart. Playing upfield on your screen from left to right. We have Maria here with the restart. Labourie chasing up nice. It's a good press. Going to put a nice pressure on Strand. See if they can make a tackle.
That's Vermeulen again, the reserve winger has made a great break there. Probably 3 or 4 tackles there.
Fantastic carry.
Carlse, the reserve scrum off on the field. Able to give it there to Carpenter, who's gone a bit quiet after having a nice impact on the first half. Carlse again. Out to the number 8 for Yun. Managed to carry it up a few meters there. Carlse again with the dummy, offloads again to his fly of Stewart. Carpenter over to Moremi. Oh, and unfortunately Beckett knocks the ball on with the overlap on the outside.
Yeah, that's unlucky. Moremi had created some nice space there. Here's the replay of the earlier try. Brighton gassing down the wing, beating his defenders and dotting down in the corner. Textbook play from a winger, ran it beautifully. So fantastic rugby on display here from Strand. Here's our coaching staff and the man we've been talking about, Moremi. So lethal, does his job perfectly, puts his players and his other backline players into space, creating opportunity on the outside.
Looks like there was a knock on by number 8, Van Niel. Rare attacking opportunity for Labourie. I mean, they must be really unhappy with how they've used their possession today.
Yeah,
besides the beautiful break from Willems that handed off to Souls, I mean, they've had very rarely tested the Strand defence today.
Yeah, Labourie are struggling to hold on to the ball. They need to police their breakdown maybe a little bit better and then their carries as well. Maybe change the way they're holding the ball. But they're going to want to fight back for possession here. They're going to have to be in Strand's face here, be very abruptive and confrontational. They're winning the penalty. Good for Laborie that they get some possession now in the opposition half. They're going to want to strike here and go forward, build some momentum, and hopefully play catch up to Strand, who's in the lead by 15 to 7 points. Looks like we're going for touch. Saul boots it out, finds touch in the opposition 22.
So finally a little bit of attacking position here for Laborie. And let's see if Van Wyk can find either one of his two locks, Herbert or Oosthuizen, and maybe set up a bit of a driving maul, which is probably a good tactic in a windy day like today.
Definitely a nice strong driving maul. Laborie have a large front row pack, and even more on the bench, as you can see. They haven't gone for the maul, but they will have a breakdown just about on the 22. Ball out from Souls, offloaded to Murray, beats a defender or two. Souls again whipping the ball out to open side Lawrence.
Finally keeping the possession nicely, as Saul with a nice break there on the side of the scrum. Van Niel with the next pick and go, goes to the blind side to Murray, who finds the big loose head Victor. Can they get the ball down? And yes, I think he does.
Wow, fantastic.
Beautiful handling by the loose head prop, and beautiful run by Victor there. Almost dropped the ball there, but still manages to get the 5-pointer and get his team right back into this game.
Dylan Victor with the presence of mind, looking for the ground. He's done extremely well. He was tackled and held up, and still had the presence of mind to turn and try dot the ball down over his head and extended. Our loose head prop showing great mobility, great shoulder range and range of movement. We didn't expect him to dot that, but well done to him, getting the ball down in a great fashion and bringing the scores even closer.
Now with Murray lining up, it's near impossible kick, and he's taking the ball quite far back as well. It's quite strange. Let's see if he's going to be able to convert this try.
He's going to want the big run up for the big boot. He's kicking into the wind. Hopefully he can get his side even closer to nearing the scores. The wind playing a role there, knocking the ball over. He's going to be a bit stressed for time now. And we've got an assistant there just to hold the ball in place for him. Hopefully he can make the conversion.
It's a very good strike. I think it's just short. And the score stays at 15 points to 12.
And here's your replay of the big Dylan Victor streaming down the outside channel, beating defenders left and right, held up there by Carpenter, having the presence of mind to turn, loses the ball, and still manages to dot it down somehow. We don't know, but that was impressive. Well done to him.
Oh,
he's done his Laborie a wonder.
He's going to rewatch that replay tonight a few times. And straight to that same man again, collecting the ball nicely from the kickoff, securing the ball. Souls out to Murray. It's also brought down on his 22-meter line. Let's see if Laborie can clear, but Strand has managed to turn it over here. Colser with the ball down to the side to Moster, to the hands, and there's that man Davids again. Manages to win another couple of meters, but a beautiful turnover there, but the referee has said that players from Laborie didn't roll away, so there's a penalty to Strand, and probably look to knock this into the corner there and set up a driving maul.
Yeah, coaches will be disappointed. You don't want to give away penalties in your own 22. A lot of coaches refer to it as your red zone, where you want to kind of stay out the ruck and not try to give too much away. Looks like it might be a tap and go here. Kicker's facing the other way. Gives it off to
Carpenter, the big 7 flanker that takes the ball up there. But same play from Lawrence from the number 7 from Laborie, putting pressure on Colser. See if the ball's slow to come out of the ruck there. Still looks like there's some Labuschagne that manages to get a couple of meters forward. Stewart with the ball, show and go through a half gap there, brought down 10 meters out. Colser going back to the blind side, but unfortunately it's that number 8 Viljoen that knocks the ball on, And we'll have to set down for the scrum again.
Yeah, very unlucky there for Strand. Looked like they had nice momentum going into the 22. Wanted to score some points there. Unfortunately, the ball not going to hand there. It's an unfortunate error. They'll be looking to rebuild and hopefully try and get possession here. They've turned over other scrums. Possibly here. They've got a nice strong pack. Scrum is nice and tight. Cohesive unit. Looking to turn over the ball here. Laborie will most likely look to exit and get out of their own 22 and play a little bit more rugby in Strand's half rather than their own.
Yeah, I mean, they had opportunity in the previous possession before they conceded the penalty to clear, so I'm pretty sure that Mare with that left boot of his will be looking to get a nice solid exit here. And we've got about 10 minutes left in the second half here, and still tight contest.
Yeah, it's still anybody's game. We're only on 12 to 15 points. Strand in the lead, so it's still anybody's game. Anyone can take it. Still 10 minutes left. It's going to be a fantastic 10 minutes as we count down to the end of the clash between Laborie and Strand to see who's going to take home the victory here today.
And again, we're taking quite a bit of time on the scrums. Looks like the referees struggle to get these two packs of forwards to really communicate clearly on the scrums. Also see that Laborie has finally replaced the row with Stefan Nel here on the tight head side, number 17.
I think Stefan Roeth, the big tight head from Laborie, can be happy with his performance. He's moved around the park well. He's done plenty carries. So kudos to him for a good game. He can go with pride, and he's done his team very well.
And again, Laborie not looking to really exit there, just trying to run the ball out from their own 22. Not quite sure. I would have been happy with that if I was the coach. And again, conceding a penalty. There's a couple of words between some of the players there, referee calming them down. Let's see if it's Stewart's going to just tap this one into touch and set up at line out.
Yeah, unfortunate there for Laborie again, giving away a penalty in their own 22. It's the worst place to give away a 22. Looks like Britain on the end here is keen for the ball. Laborie Strand are setting up nice and wide. Will they send it or go for a maul? Looks like they've set up for a driving maul. It's got some momentum. Unfortunately, giving away the penalty on obstruction. Laborie need to get clear of their own 22 here. We don't know if they're going to run it or kick it, but what we do know is that they need to get out of this side of the field and rather play their rugby upfield. And they're clear, but it's unfortunately not out of their own 22. Wind making it difficult to exit and play rugby further upfield.
It really feels like that's like a difficult corner to play in. The wind pushing into that corner, difficult to clear the ball as well. Not going to get a lot of distance. And yeah, Laborie is really ringing the changes now. 4 substitutes coming on, placing the entire front row, it seems.
Laborie are looking to have some fresh legs and some fresh energy. They're going to need it to get out of their own half. They need to play upfield. So it's a sensible change to get some energy back into that forward pack, into the engine room, and hopefully get upfield. Managed to retain possession there. Ball back out. Looks like kicked by Souls again.
Looks like he's moved out to the fly-up position. Good all-round player to have.
And remember to engage with School Sports Live on our social media accounts. We're on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Talk with us, engage with us, like and follow. We always like to connect with our watchers.
Nicely taken there by Mostert at the top of the line out. Stewart unfortunately can't collect the ball, but the reserve Zyman has managed to get the ball, and then Carlson clears it a bit, settles things down a bit. Stewart's digging in the scrum off position. Ball slow to come out. Oh, but unfortunately a knock on, but kicked through by Laborie, putting a little bit of pressure on the Strand boys, and again the ball bouncing around, no one really wanting to claim it, and referee calling for a penalty, saying that Vermeulen went off his feet there. And let's see.
We're starting to see a little bit of aggression come between the two packs as we build up and we get to the last 6 minutes of play. We're seeing a little bit more competitiveness come out of the gents. hopefully what's going to be an interesting finish here. Laborie looking to score and take the lead. A try will put them in the lead. A penalty kick will tie it. I'm sure we won't be going for penalty kicks for the wind. But here we are for the line out in the opposition 22. They're going to want to make use of this ball and use it well.
Oh, an untidy line out, but managed to win the ball there. But I think the referees called them back and said there was a bit of a balking at by the hooker. So Strand will have the opportunity to clear. Seems that these sides are prone to making these mistakes when they get into the opposition 22.
Yeah, coaches will be disappointed. We'll have to have a word with them about execution. And when you get the opportunity, you need to take it and use it. Otherwise, if you don't use it, you're definitely going to lose it.
Stewart, nice clearance there up to the 22 meters line. Yeah, let's see what they can do with this line out with about 5 minutes left in the game. Of course, it's the Laborie put in, with being a short arm free kick awarded to Strand. Looks like there's a little bit of a knock on there in the line out. It will be Laborie ball. With a goodish attacking opportunity here. See, they got Souls in at 10. Looks like most of the shift to 13. So let's see what they can do with this one.
Laborie with a nice left scrum on the opposition 10. Look like they've set out for a good running line here for their back line. Got big units in the midfield. Can they get the ball out? Ball comes out. Oh. It's a nice showing to go, and it's a huge gap open for Paul Keenan. He's got space. He's going to go all the way. The winning try for his side puts Laborie ahead. They're elated. It's a fantastic score. Defense opened up nice and wide, and he's taken the opportunity. Well done to him. Jason Davids, fantastic score.
Yeah, it's a beautiful score there by Keenan Paul. Beautiful line that he ran there. Running off the inside shoulder of Gareth Souls. And then just beating the fullback and being able to go and score that try.
It's a great score for Laborie, putting them ahead 17-15. They're going to want to keep up that energy for another 3 minutes to hold off the powerful Strand to see if they can take the W. It's a lovely piece of running there from Keenan Paul. Space opened up for him. A good dummy run, a couple options at the back line. Luckily they chose the right one, which was Keenan Paul. There in shot, just some assistance with the conversion.
Unfortunately off to the side, so score stays at 17 points to 15 with about 2 minutes left in the game. Let's see if Strand can get back into this game. Beautiful inside pass there, beautiful running, beats Beckett there, and then you're not going to stop him. Oh. Probably took a second or so longer than he should have before he dotted the ball down, but let's see what's going.
Oh, big hit coming in from Giovanni Brighton there on the Laborie. It's an unlucky receive of that kickoff because Brighton was on him. But your Laborie have managed to keep the ball. Will most likely look to get out of their own 22. It's a nice kick coming out. Looks like it hasn't found touch. And we've got Viljoen with the ball. He gives it off to Labuschagne with a nice long pass to fly off Stewart. He's found a bit of space, a nice offload. Strand going ahead with the ball. Still in possession.
There's Davids again, still going with the ball. Oh, he's made a nice couple of runs today. Looks very calm on the ball. Coles digging for the ball.
Charles, any thoughts on man of the match for today?
Oh, it's quite difficult to say with the game still so much in the balance. I would say some of the standout players for me have been Souls on the Laborie sides. Been a very good player. Let's see, just going inside here. And this man Britton Oh, unfortunately gone into touch here. He's of course scored 2 tries as well, so he's probably also one of the candidates. I like the work rate of the number 7 from Strand, Carpenter. He's got quite involved, and then of course Keenan Paul scored that beautiful individual try. So I think those would be my 4. I don't know who you prefer, Johan.
I really like Carpenter. Anvil Yun, I thought they've done some brilliant work around the breakdown. They've shown some guts and not afraid to carry the ball. It's often the hard work around the breakdown and the scrums that we take for granted. He's done well for his side, but we can't ignore the 2 scores from Brighton down the left side here that have done so brilliantly for his team. It's a tough choice. Looks like Labourie's got the ball. They're ahead. They're going to look most likely to keep possession and hopefully kick out here to end off the game and take the win as we enter the last couple seconds of this clash between Laborie and Strand.
Yeah, so then, and just the game is ended there with Laborie kicking the ball out, winning the game 17 points to 15. But I think our man of the match, I think we're going to give it to Leon Carpenter. He's really played well today. Was a standout player for us in this game.
Definitely, well done to him. He did very well. Unfortunately, his side not taking the W. Laborie getting their last score in the last dying minutes of the game, giving them the advantage over Strand and walking home with the first win of the season in their pre-games, which will be a fantastic confidence booster going into the regular season. Thank you for joining us, Charles and I in commentary, and Johan. We've enjoyed having you, and the next game is coming up soon. I think in the next 2 or 3 minutes the next game will kick off. Anything from your side, Charles?
Yeah, so it was a nice competitive match. Nice win for Laborie last minute there. So yeah, we'll catch you shortly with the next game. Thank you.